Listen to me. Your greatest assignment on earth is not to change the world first. Your greatest assignment is to change yourself, because until you are transformed, everything you touch will carry the weight of your weakness. Many people want success, yet they ignore the principle of growth. You cannot rise beyond the quality of your personal development. There are people who spend their entire lives monitoring others, criticizing others, comparing themselves with others, but they never stop to ask, "What about me?" If your own life is broken, your future will remain broken. If your character is weak, your destiny will remain vulnerable. Success is not luck, it is preparation meeting opportunity. Pay attention to your thoughts because they shape your mindset. Pay attention to your habits because they build your destiny. Pay attention to your relationships because they can either be ladders or cages. And above all, pay attention to your growth because life rewards only those who are prepared. Every man you admire, every woman you celebrate, is a product of secret sacrifices, consistency, and discipline. Stop wishing for a better life. Start working on becoming a better person. Don't waste your time competing with others. Spend your time building capacity. If you remain the same person year after year, don't expect a new season to arrive. Life does not respond to wishes. It responds to who you are becoming. I challenge you today, work on your mind so you can think on the level of kings. Work on your discipline so you can command the respect of nations. Work on your skills so when opportunities come, you will not be found empty. Stop blaming your background, your parents, your environment. Stop excusing your weakness. Your destiny is waiting for the best version of you, not the careless version. Hear me, when you work on yourself, doors will open without you begging. When you pay attention to your life, success becomes a natural harvest. Greatness is not magic. It is the predictable outcome of consistent investment in yourself. Personal transformation is the foundation of lasting success. You cannot change your world until you first change yourself. True greatness does not begin with the things you do outside. It begins with the person you are becoming inside. Many people want to rise, they want to be celebrated, they want to influence others, but they ignore the most important truth. Life is a reflection of who you are. If your inner life is weak, your outer life will always be unstable. If your values are shallow, your success will be fragile. It is impossible to build a strong destiny on a weak foundation. Every change you see in the world began with one person who first decided to change themselves. Nations are built by men and women who disciplined their minds, trained their habits, and developed their character before they influenced others. You cannot give what you do not have. You cannot demand respect you have not earned. You cannot expect opportunities you are not prepared for. The world mirrors back the quality of the person you are becoming, and if you ignore yourself, you will live in cycles of frustration. Transformation is not about wishing. It is about intentional work. It is about asking yourself daily, what part of me needs to grow? What weakness do I need to confront? What habit must I break? What knowledge must I pursue? Lasting success belongs to those who are humble enough to acknowledge their flaws and disciplined enough to work on them. A man who refuses to grow inwardly will always sabotage the blessings he receives outwardly. That is why so many people rise fast and fall even faster, because their character could not sustain what their talent attracted. Personal transformation demands that you take responsibility for your life. You cannot keep blaming your background, your parents, your environment, or your past. Those excuses may explain where you started, but they cannot decide where you end. Until you stop pointing fingers outward and begin pointing them inward, you will never walk in freedom. Growth requires honesty. It requires that you look at yourself without deception and admit, I need to be better. When you take responsibility for your journey, you position yourself for real success. Every great leader, every world changer, every influential person you admire went through a process of transformation. They were not born with all the wisdom, discipline, and strength you see today. They built it through time, pain, sacrifice, and deliberate choices. They understood that destiny is not given to the careless, it is entrusted to those who prove they can handle it. And so they mastered themselves before they mastered the world. If you truly want success, begin with your mind. Work on how you think. Replace fear with courage, laziness with discipline, and doubt with belief. Begin with your habits. What you do daily is shaping your future silently. Begin with your character. Learn integrity, humility, and consistency, because without these, no achievement can last. A transformed person does not need to chase opportunities. Opportunities chase them because the world is always looking for people who have prepared themselves. The truth is, your environment may be tough, people may doubt you, and resources may be limited. But if you change yourself, you can change everything else. A renewed mind sees solutions where others see problems. A disciplined life produces results where others make excuses. A strong character builds influence that no one can take away. Personal transformation is the seed. Lasting success is the harvest. So, stop waiting for circumstances to change. Stop waiting for others to validate you. Begin today. Decide that you will not remain the same person year after year. Decide that you will not live your life pointing to what is wrong outside without fixing what is wrong inside. Decide that you will grow in wisdom, in skill, in patience, in strength. Because the day you change yourself, the world around you must respond. Lasting success is not a miracle. It is the inevitable result of a life that has been transformed from within. Life rewards preparation, not wishes. Opportunities will expose whether you have built capacity or not. Many people sit and hope, waiting for life to change, waiting for miracles to fall from the sky, waiting for someone to discover them and hand them greatness on a golden plate. But life does not bend to wishes, it responds to readiness. Wishing without preparation is like expecting a harvest without planting a seed. It is like wanting to build a house without laying a foundation. Life has a way of exposing whether you were ready or not, and opportunities, when they come, are the greatest test of your preparation. When an opportunity arrives, it does not ask you if you are ready. It simply presents itself and then demands your proof. That is why so many people cry, "If only I had the chance, if only I met the right people, if only I got the right platform." The truth is, the platform does not make you valuable, it only reveals what you already are. If you were empty before the opportunity will only magnify your emptiness. If you were prepared in secret, the opportunity will magnify your excellence. Preparation is the invisible work that nobody applauds, yet it is the very reason others applaud you later. It is the discipline of study when no one is watching, the training of skills when no one is clapping, the building of character when no one is praising. It is the unseen hours of sacrifice that make the seen moment of glory possible. Every person who looks effortless in public has spent countless hours in private refining themselves. Talent may open the door, but only preparation keeps you inside. Opportunities are like exams. You cannot cheat them. You either know it or you don't. When the exam of life comes, your preparation will be your only defense. That is why people who ignore growth, who neglect self-development, who spend their years distracted, find themselves exposed when real doors open. They shout that life is unfair, but the truth is, life was always waiting for them to prepare. Wishing is easy, it costs nothing. Preparation is hard, it demands sacrifice. Wishing feels good for the moment. Preparation builds strength for the future. Every successful person you admire is not where they are because they wished harder than you. They are where they are because they prepared deeper than you. They invested when others were wasting time. They trained when others were sleeping. They paid the price in silence so that when the spotlight came, they were not afraid. You cannot control when opportunities will appear, but you can control whether or not you are ready for them. That is why preparation is the master key. Do not say, when the time comes, I will figure it out. By the time the opportunity comes, it will be too late to prepare. You prepare in advance, long before the door opens, so that when it does, you can walk through with confidence. Life is not cruel, it is consistent. It will not give crowns to those who are unprepared. It will not entrust influence to those who lack discipline. It will not hand responsibility to those who have not proven capacity. You may cry, you may complain, you may pray, but if you do not prepare, nothing changes. And if you prepare, even without shouting, life itself will announce you. So ask yourself, am I preparing or am I just wishing? Am I building the skills, the mindset, the resilience that my destiny demands? Or am I only daydreaming about success while living without discipline? Preparation requires patience. It may feel slow. It may feel unnoticed. But when your time comes, the world will see the difference between one who only wished and one who truly prepared. The truth is, opportunities do not make you, they reveal you. They reveal your discipline, your habits, your excellence, or your lack of it. That is why preparation is never wasted, even if the opportunity seems delayed. Because when the door finally opens, you will not need to pretend. You will simply manifest what you have been building all along. Therefore, shift your focus from waiting to working. Stop fantasizing about tomorrow while neglecting today. Stop wishing for greatness and start building capacity. Prepare in silence. Train when no one is watching. Grow when no one is clapping. Because the day opportunity knocks, it will not wait for you to get ready. It will simply ask, were you prepared or were you only wishing? Guard your habits and relationships. They can either propel you forward or trap you in stagnation. Destiny is not only shaped by what you desire, but by what you repeatedly do and the people you surround yourself with. Your habits are the silent architects of your future, and your relationships are the invisible forces pulling you either toward greatness or into destruction. If you want to know where you are heading, do not look at your wishes, look at your daily actions and the company you keep. They will tell you the truth about your future. A habit is more powerful than a single decision. You may make a choice once, but when you repeat that choice daily, it becomes a pattern, and patterns are stronger than intentions. You can intend to be disciplined, but if your habits are lazy, your intentions will collapse. You can wish to be great, but if your habits are careless, your potential will rot. Small actions repeated consistently over time create a future far more than big dreams that are never acted on. A person's destiny is not decided in one moment. It is shaped by thousands of quiet habits formed in secret. This is why successful people guard their habits like treasure. They know that discipline today becomes influence tomorrow. They know that what you practice consistently will eventually show up publicly. If you waste your hours, you waste your years. If you master your mornings, you master your life. Your habits are either building a ladder to your destiny or digging a pit to bury your greatness. But habits alone are not enough. The people you walk with will either speed up your journey or chain you to the ground. Relationships are powerful. They transfer mindsets, values, and momentum without you even noticing. If you surround yourself with complainers, you will become one. If you walk with dreamers, you will start to see possibilities. If your friends waste time, you will waste time. If your circle values growth, you will be challenged to grow. You cannot consistently rise above the environment you remain in. Many destinies have been trapped, not because the individuals were not gifted, but because they chose relationships that drained their potential. Wrong associations will normalize wrong habits, and soon you will wonder why your life is stagnant. But wise associations will inspire discipline, challenge your mediocrity, and push you toward excellence. The people around you are either ladders or cages. The painful truth is this: sometimes to rise higher, you must let go of certain people. Not because you hate them, but because your future demands more than they are willing to give. Guarding your habits and relationships requires courage. It means saying no to what feels good but destroys you. It means walking away from voices that comfort your weakness instead of challenging your growth. It means training yourself daily in the disciplines that match your destiny. It means surrounding yourself with people whose lives remind you of where you want to go, not whose habits drag you back into cycles of stagnation. Ask yourself, what are my habits building in me? Am I feeding my mind with knowledge or starving it with distraction? Am I disciplined with my time or careless with it? What are my relationships producing in me? Do the people around me inspire growth or excuse mediocrity? These questions may be uncomfortable, but they are the keys to transformation, because if you ignore them, your habits and relationships will silently decide your future for you. You cannot afford to be careless. Every habit is a seed, and every relationship is soil. If you plant seeds of laziness in soil that refuses growth, do not expect a harvest of greatness. But if you sow seeds of discipline into soil of wisdom, you will reap a future of influence. Guard your habits, guard your relationships. They are not casual. They are prophetic. They are silently deciding whether you rise or remain stagnant. So choose wisely. Build habits that reflect where you want to go, not where you currently are. Surround yourself with people who see your future, not just your past. Remove what is toxic, embrace what is healthy, and stay consistent. Because the truth is simple. Your habits and relationships are not neutral. They are either carrying you upward or dragging you down, and if you guard them diligently, your destiny will thank you. Stop competing, start building focus on self-growth instead of comparison with others. One of the greatest traps of destiny is the urge to measure your life by the progress of another person. You look at their achievements, their possessions, their applause, and you begin to believe that your value is proven only if you outrun them. But comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, blinds you to your unique journey, and distracts you from the real assignment, which is to build yourself. Life was never designed as a competition with others. It was designed as a race against your own potential. When you compete with others, you waste energy chasing shadows instead of constructing substance. You focus on what they have instead of what you should be becoming. You spend hours studying their lives while neglecting your own growth. And in the end, even if you win, you discover that victory in comparison is empty, because life does not reward who is faster than another. It rewards who has developed themselves to meet their own destiny. True greatness is never found in rivalry. It is found in mastery. The one who disciplines himself, who builds his mind, who develops his skills, who strengthens his character. This is the person who rises, not the one who constantly competes with others. Because while you are watching others, they are working on themselves. While you are comparing, they are preparing. And when the day of opportunity comes, they will shine, not because they outpaced you, but because they built themselves while you were distracted. Understand this: no one can walk your journey for you. No one can live your destiny. You may admire others, you may learn from them, but you must never reduce your life to trying to outdo them. Your assignment is unique, your path is unique, your timing is unique. Stop asking, why are they ahead of me? And start asking, how can I grow today? What must I build in myself now that will prepare me for tomorrow? That is the language of builders, not competitors. Building yourself means investing in your inner life. It means pursuing knowledge instead of chasing applause. It means improving your discipline instead of proving your worth. It means taking responsibility for your growth rather than complaining about someone else's success. When you build, you create a foundation that nothing can take away from you. A competitor needs another person's progress to feel alive. A builder carries their own fire and sets their own pace. Comparison will always make you feel either inferior or superior, and both are dangerous. If you feel inferior, you shrink back and waste your potential in self-pity. If you feel superior, you become proud and stop growing. But if you stop competing and start building, you stay humble, you stay focused, and you stay hungry for growth. You realize that the only person you must outgrow is who you were yesterday. Life has enough space for everyone to shine. The success of another is not the failure of your own destiny. The rise of another is not proof of your fall. When you truly understand this, envy dies and focus comes alive. You will celebrate others without feeling diminished. You will admire others without losing yourself. And you will discover the joy of building a life that is authentically yours. So, stop running after competition. Stop wasting your energy comparing journeys that were never meant to be the same. Redirect that energy into building your capacity, refining your skills, developing your vision, and nurturing your character. One day, when your season comes, the world will see the strength of what you have built in silence. And by then, it will not matter who you once compared yourself to. What will matter is that you became the fullest version of yourself. Remember this, competitors fade when the game ends, but builders leave legacies that outlive them. Do not live your life chasing applause. Live your life constructing impact. Stop competing, start building, because the only true success is becoming everything you were created to be. Greatness is predictable. It comes from discipline, knowledge, and consistent self-investment. The world often tries to make greatness look like a mystery, as though only a chosen few are destined to rise while the rest are doomed to mediocrity. But the truth is simpler than most realize. Greatness is not a lottery, it is a formula. It does not come by accident, it comes by alignment with timeless principles. If you study the lives of men and women who have impacted generations, you will discover patterns, habits of discipline, a hunger for knowledge, and the courage to consistently invest in themselves. These patterns prove that greatness is not hidden, it is predictable. Discipline is the backbone of greatness. Without discipline, talent wastes away, opportunities slip by, and potential rots unused. Discipline means doing what must be done even when you do not feel like it. It is choosing structure over excuses, order over chaos, and focus over distraction. The undisciplined may start fast, but they always collapse under the weight of inconsistency. The disciplined may start slowly, but step by step, they build a foundation so strong that nothing can shake it. Every great achiever you celebrate today carries the scars of discipline. The long nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices that nobody clapped for. And it is that unseen discipline that made their public success possible. Knowledge is the fuel of greatness. You cannot operate at a level higher than the information you possess. Ignorance keeps people bound while knowledge opens doors. A man who refuses to learn is like a soldier without a weapon, destined to be defeated. The world belongs to those who seek wisdom, who read, who listen, who observe, who ask questions, who remain teachable no matter how far they rise. Every new level of destiny requires a new level of knowledge. To ignore learning is to guarantee stagnation. But when you consistently feed your mind with wisdom, you sharpen your perspective, expand your possibilities, and position yourself for relevance in any generation. Yet discipline and knowledge alone are not enough without consistent self-investment. Self-investment is the conscious choice to grow daily in body, mind, and spirit. It is choosing to prioritize growth over comfort. It is building skills that will make you valuable. It is cultivating habits that make you dependable. It is surrounding yourself with environments that stretch you rather than weaken you. When you invest in yourself, you increase your worth, and life always rewards value. Opportunities flow to those who have proven they can handle them. Influence is given to those who have invested enough to sustain it. Self-investment is not selfish. It is preparation for impact. Greatness becomes predictable when these three forces, discipline, knowledge, and self-investment, work together consistently. The person who wakes up daily to build themselves cannot remain small. It may take time, it may require patience, it may involve tears, but the outcome is inevitable. The disciplined will rise above the distracted, the knowledgeable will rise above the ignorant, the self-invested will rise above the complacent. Life does not play favorites, it rewards principles. Do not wait for greatness to surprise you, decide to build it. Stop thinking it belongs only to the privileged or the chosen. It belongs to those who align with the laws that govern success. If you sow discipline, you will reap mastery. If you pursue knowledge, you will reap wisdom. If you invest in yourself consistently, you will reap influence and relevance. These are not guesses, they are guarantees. Greatness is not about chance, it is about cause and effect. So ask yourself, am I living a life of discipline or excuses? Am I feeding on knowledge or starving in ignorance? Am I investing in myself daily or neglecting my growth? The answers to these questions are already writing the script of your future. If you want to know where you will be in 10 years, look at the level of discipline, knowledge, and self-investment you are practicing today. Greatness is not tomorrow's miracle, it is today's commitment. Every decision, every habit, every choice is shaping the future you are walking into. And the good news is this: you can start at any moment. You can decide today to live by discipline, to hunger for knowledge, and to pour into yourself until you overflow with value. If you do, your rise will not be a surprise. It will be predictable, undeniable, and unstoppable.